Okay, it's as good as it's getting. Let's see. Just a little bit higher. This clay thing. There we go. This is good. All right, I'm going to begin this video. Glare and okay. There's always a glare on my stuff. I hope you guys can see this. There's a glare here. Alright, well, I'm trying different ideas, folks. I really am. But I guess this idea didn't work out. But I did get better height when I'm sketching. I try to get my hair nice. I know that I see lots of people over here with nice hair and stuff, so I'm trying. But how you guys doing? I've had a very interesting couple days at the most I could say. I did get approved for my grandson to be in the stream, so this will be good. It'll be good for everybody because I could now do, when I do my outdoor things, I'll have a child too. It's always fun with a 2-year-old. It really is. All right. It doesn't get the top of my hair, but you know what? The top of my hair is not the best. So we'll just go with that. It really isn't. But I wanted to thank everybody for subscribing that has. Because honestly, I feel humbled to be up here. I really do. Sometimes you just gotta be happy with what you got in the world because. Alright, my tarot cards are right here. I'm just gonna put these to the side so you can see these too. And I'm gonna sketch and then I got the cards here. In case anybody's interested. And I'm gonna start this dove while I'm waiting for people. I think I have somebody. I'm doing tarot cards. I got this. I try to get a better setup. I've been watching really good live streamers. Way better with I don't know, with almost 1 million damn subscribers. And I figured I needed lighting, but I'm going to sketch a dove waiting for some questions. Alright, now I'm going to, before I do the wings, I think I'm going to start down here. And hopefully I get somebody. And that's okay if I don't. I mean, I know I'm not mainstream here. But I've been watching, I watch YouTube a lot. That's probably why, this is why I got involved with wanting to do my own live streams. But I've been listening to ex-Christians, a lot of them. And there's a lot of conflicting beliefs. And I guess, I'm not sure what I am, but there's a lot of different labels on stuff, I'll tell you that. Oh, good morning. How you doing, Devin? It's nice to hear from you. Uh, oh, what's coming for money? That's always a good one. We got to know about our money in the world. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I had my grandchild over and all kinds of stuff, and I'm going to be babysitting. So I think I don't know when she's going to drop them off. It's going to be a lot through Monday through Thursday. So I'll probably be doing one of these, and then you get to see Chong and my grandson Lance at Chong Park together, which that went. I was trying to see how Chong would act when he's got overexcited and he's two. So I'm sure he'll come back. I'm sure that he'll calm down. It was the first time, but that's how dogs are when you first meet them and everything. He did like the daughter-in-law. He got a little jumpy, but at least she had good spirits about it. I just told her that Chong goes nowhere. He's jumpy, and ended it there. A lot of people get, I don't know, they get butthurt about if a dog jumps or barks. They're a dog. They're gonna jump and bark. But anyways, Devin, you got a new moon in Pisces for your central energy, and this just talks about getting your mind together and planning stuff. Pretty much, it's a meditating card, but I don't like to think in all these big terms where you have all these I don't know how to explain it. You have these terms that spiritualists use that I believe are very. Oh well, thank you. They have these words and everything, and they label everything, and it gets confusing. It's really a meditating and contemplating card, but really what that means is to start planning things ahead in layman's terms. And I don't think enough people do these readings in layman's terms where normal people can understand it. So, but that's where your central energy is sitting at. And it's surrounded by a full moon in Leo and a mutable moon. And a full moon in Leo just means that you may have to do something that you don't like to get the money you want to get and get yourself together and start planning. That's all that literally means in layman's terms, and people get crazy. If I respond slow, I'm like 2 minutes behind your live. Oh, that's okay. I'm just glad you're here. I'm just here because I like to talk to you guys and I like to do readings. And the mutable moon, my friend, is where it says nothing in your energy set in stone, but that's actually clairvoyant and straightforward. But it just means there's not a certain path and there's no bad karma stopping it, because bad karma could stop your money. Do what exactly I don't like. What don't you like, Devin? But yeah, I feel that, going in this a little bit deeper, I feel that there is money coming, but you're being tested, I guess, in a sense. Because sometimes the universe tests us, and before you go on a path, there's a lot of setbacks. And then the more setbacks you get, the more money you get. Well, you just have to follow the signs. And the signs pretty much are saying that you might have to go other ways of getting your money. You might have to go roundabout. You may have to save money to get money, like almost like an investing thing. So I'm just seeing more investing into something. And when you invest in things, sometimes you have to figure out what you're going to do and save up money and just don't, whatever you're doing in the middle, just that's not the thing you're going to keep forever. For the outcome, yeah, I could do that. Yeah, whatever path this is, you have to go one way to get another way. I'm in this path now, Devin. I got an inheritance, and I have to wait to the end of the month for the lawyer, and then after that, I got to wait for someone else to see if they're taking the other half of the house, and then after that, I got to pay my dad's medical bills because he passed away. And I feel like I gotta go on a highway to hell to get to my inheritance. So sometimes the longer you wait, the more money you're gonna get, even if it's freely given. So that's how this universe works, and I don't like it either, Devin. And it's literally happening to me. It really is. Sometimes the universe just wants you to test your will, and sometimes they delay it to make sure you're going to hold on to it longer. Yeah, me too. I do hate it. I hate it. I have all this money in a house waiting for me, but the universe holds me back by some guy that's almost 80 years old that they have to contact. This is what the universe does to even me, so I'm not privy to anything, trust me, and I get it. I hate it. Oh, yes. I mean, it could be possibly over $100,000, and I'm sitting here with, going on Amazon and trying to get value snack food and everything else. I get it. Okay, your outcome is in a new moon in Aries, and this just talks about taking action and kind of looking ahead and planning. And then you have a new moon in Aquarius, and this does I it is a love card, but it doesn't always mean love, depending on the read. And then you got a fixed moon, and this just talks about holding, like if you don't it's a hope card. I like to call the fixed moon the whole hope card because it says hold your vision. And honestly, everybody kind of does this when they hope for things, when they're hopeful. It's saying to keep. This is the layman's term, is to keep hope up. It's coming. The bunny. And then the new moon Aquarius, it just means that there might be a partnership of some type. I feel that the outcome is going to be good, but you're going to have to get any like real big money. You're going to have to partner with somebody that you care about. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a wife or girlfriend or anything like that. Just maybe just a really good friend, or it could be I'm picking up. It could be like a really good. I'm picking up. It's a friend. I would say sometimes it's a family member, but I don't feel it's a family member. I do feel like it's a really good friend that you call family. Like I have a lot of those. So I do think that as long as you hold out hope and you don't do anything crazy, that it is coming. But when you're in these tests with the universe, I will tell you, I'm in a test. I'm sitting there, I'm buying my grandson all these different toys, and we're trying to pay all of our bills. And everybody asked me if the house is even coming and this and that. And I was like, yeah, it's on hold. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for stopping in. I do appreciate you for subscribing and everything. You are awesome. You really can. Yeah, you can ask as many questions as you want. I am a laid back tarot card person. I'm here to get my own mental health together. I deal with insane people all day. I'm in medical. I really do. I deal with people that literally cuss me out because I'm trying to clean them. And then I deal with family that won't listen to me. And then when they're doing bad, they all need my help. This is what I deal with. You guys are probably the most normal people I deal with on a daily basis. So, yes, I will. And I do find it fun to do tarot cards. And I like to sketch to relax. All right. I have two questions actually. How will my daughter view me as she grows up? Yeah, I could do that. That's not a problem. But I'll do the reading too. But I can give you some advice. Because I am even though my dad passed away, I was a daughter. I was at times angry with my dad because he had to tell me things, and then I got really mad at him, and I feel bad about all the times I argued with him now that he's passed away and I got inheritance. But honestly, even daughters and fathers are always closer. It's a closer bond, just like sons and mothers are the closest bond. Also, I don't know why nature works that way, but it does. And your daughter will fight with you time to time, all the time, but in the end, don't give up, and they will always come around to you. I mean, they'll love their mom, but they're going to be closer. That little girl's going to be closer to you. And I know this from psychology also, but we could do an energy reading on that also. And I know that just being a woman and being raised by my mom and my dad. So always stay in her life, even if you guys are fighting, you and your daughter when she gets older, like 16 and 17. And those are the years that fathers and daughters butt heads. I will tell you that. That's when the fun happens with girls. All right, you and your daughter's relationship is in a new moon in Taurus. And this is talked about prosperity, and this is money and wealth. I think if the universe sees you're trying to take good care of your daughter, and then the universe favors all children, I think this is when the money's coming, honestly. I think they want to make sure that your daughter's okay. And then you got a full moon in Taurus, and you got a new moon in Leo surrounding her. The new moon in Taurus talks about dreams and practical plans. Pretty much just make an outline of things you want to do and accomplish, and then figure out how you're going to get there and pave a road there. That's the layman's terms of that. And then it's also surrounded by a new moon in Leo, and this talks about confidence. Confidence. If you have enough confidence, you're going to be successful. I think the money is going to come with all of this with your daughter. So whatever you're doing that's good with the daughter, the universe is making sure that the daughter's secure. So I honestly, with all this going on, I don't see her viewing you in a bad way. And I see the money coming as you try to help out your daughter more and more. So I would just keep on that path. And I honestly have a gut feeling that 6 months, you'll start seeing some results, approximately. That's what I see. But yeah, but keep the hope. And I used to fight with my dad all the time when I was a teenager. Sometimes I used to tell him I hated him, and now that he's dead, I feel so bad that I even told my dad I hated him. So this is what girls do, and it's not good. So I'm not, and I'm not, and whoever here is mean to their dad, please don't be mean to your dad, because when things happen, then you feel bad. So, oh yeah, lay him on. I'm just stress sketching. I'm not doing this to try to be Bob Ross here. I'm just doing this because I literally, this is what I do to relax, honestly. And it works. And I mean, everybody has their venue. This is what I do. I'm not trying to drink my life away in all this. But go ahead. It's up top. Can you see the sketch? I mean, it's kind of hard because I'm in the middle of the sketch here in the light skin. I haven't done the pastels. I do three things. I find it easier. But I'm trying to get to where people can see a little bit. Once I get to the pastel stage, it'll get like way better. It really will. But yeah, bring on your question. This is the fun I like to have, which is, I don't know, some people don't find this very fun. I do. I like to watch all these different live streamers that talk about different, why what the version of God they believe in and stuff, and some of them are really spot on. I don't know if I believe in that all that. I know I was from the Catholic Church, and a lot of ex Catholics are coming out and Christians, and really kind of going with agnostic beliefs. And I guess you would say I'm an agnostic, if anything. I really am. I'm listening to them all and all this, and I just believe that we're there. There is something out there, but I believe it's just energy, and we are our own gods. I really am believing this these days. People could tell me Jesus did everything, but I'm not sure if he did. I think maybe he was agnostic himself, and everybody made Jesus out to where he said this and that, and maybe he didn't say half of that, because think about the last person you talked to and how everything got fabricated in a week. And then we're talking about over 2,000 years. That's a lot of gossip. So, oh, well, thank you, but I am married. But I do wish you all the luck with your daughter and all this money. It's probably, I see it. I did that, probably you might have, then she can have a nice big wedding and be happy. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of intense people on YouTube, and it's a lot to compete with. It really is. I mean, this one guy I was listening to, he writes a lot of books, and he wrote like six. I wrote a book, yeah, but I got to save up money to get it published through Amazon, which is gonna be like $150. But oh, okay, that's very nice to you, for you to say that. But yeah, this guy is over here, and he done all this great things, and I swear he has this long, I keep forgetting his name, and I always listen to him because he's very knowledgeable. He has long silvery hair. Oh, your first next fling coming in. Oh, okay. You want to know, you like a love reading when you're gonna have happy time and all that? Is this what I'm just trying to get the question right? Sometimes, or do you want to know like when you're having your serious? Is I know fling is just like a here nor there, but I want to make sure I understand your question. All the right. Okay. All right. I could do that. because there's all kinds of natures with that. But yeah, I was this guy with this long silvery hair. He's wrote all these books and he has all these live streams, and I'm talking about tons of them. I think he just and his the room he has is incredible. I mean, I'm a more of an artist than anything. He has all this mystic stuff, candles and everything. Oh, you want a happy time? You know, my son's wanting that too. He just broke up with his girlfriend, and they came to the house, and this is the grandkid. And I'm not judging. I don't give a damn. All I know is Lance is being taken care of, and he's looking for his next fling too. I tell him to stop looking on all these social medias. He goes on Facebook and all this and meets these people, and he just says he doesn't care, so as long as they look halfway decent. And then that's like, wow. But this is my son for you. So you are in a new moon in Virgo, which is good if you're looking for a fling. It just means that you're it means that usually it could mean a self-esteem, but it's just saying you're good enough and there is someone there. Oh God. My throat's been killing me lately. It's been getting dry. And anyways, you got oh, my eyes are watering. Hang on. This is killing me. Probably allergies. I don't even like to take a whole lot of pills, but okay. I think my allergy attack went away. Okay, the next one is you're surrounded with that with your happy times. We'll talk at that. We'll say the happy times reading. Is a full moon in Capricorn, which represents you're in the end of a rough cycle of somebody breakup, mutual breakup or whatever, but somebody left you. I see that. And then you have a full moon in Taurus, which pretty much talks about dreams being your dreams needing a plan. I'm seeing that your fling is going to come, but they're going to feel uncomfortable unless you kind of redefine and let them know that the other one's not in the picture, if that makes any sense. Maybe just instead of saying your baby mama, just be like, this is the woman I was with, and try to be nice about it. And I feel that you will get somebody. But just be respectful and nice and try to get, and I have a feeling that you're going to find somebody that is, I see somebody with actually like dishwater blonde hair. I don't know if it's dyed or not, and she's going to come in a time where she's kind of going to be going through something like this. So that's what I'm foreseeing in this situation. Whoever it is coming, but they're going to be coming off a breakup. So you're going to be getting revenge sex soon. I do see that. So when you do get this revenge sex, Devin, don't try to get too involved with it because I don't see the revenge sex going to a relationship. And if you do, it's not going to work out. Yeah, like a dishwater blonde, like almost like brown type thing. But not blue eyes. It's like brownish hazel. is going to be the eye color. I see that. But don't get too involved with her because she's going to have a lot of drama. Just just kind of do what you need to do and let her have her revenge sex, and then you have your good time, and then you move it about your business. So, because if you don't move about your business with this one, she's going to do the same thing she did to the other guy to you. I do see that. Because it's not that she's malicious, she has patterns. And she did it to this guy. I do see that. So, I'm just letting you know, warning you when I see things like this. So, just if she says something, just say okay and just don't fall for the bullshit. You fall for the bullshit too soon, this is what bad things can happen to you. They really do. That's when they start. And I don't like to see anybody get hurt. I really don't. Because you're in the Chong family. There's not many people in this Chong family over here, Devin. It's only 988 people. What's her zodiac sign? Oh, I didn't really get that. Let me think about it. Well, I actually think better when I sketch. I know it sounds insane. I think a lot of my artwork, peaceful things happen when I give people paintings. I think I give energy through paintings, laugh out loud. I don't know for sure. I gotta watch a live stream on that. Maybe it's impossible. I don't know. I'm seeing horns. I think it's an Aries. Yeah, I think it's an Aries, the same sign as me. I'm seeing that in my head. The same sign as me. I think she's gonna be an Aries. If you see someone that's an Aries, she's going after revenge sex. She's gonna have dishwater blonde hair and she's gonna be really pretty. She's gonna be on the thinner side, but not too thin. And she is gonna be attractive. So I gotta uplift this. It would be nice to get some of my little feathers this way. There we go. Well, good luck in that. Aries is always hot sex. They're very high strung. They really, really are. They're high strung and sometimes they could be difficult. And they're very demanding at times. These are the people the Aries usually is not, oh, you're welcome, not a good sign to get involved with unless you're a Leo or a Gemini, someone that can handle that kind of energy. That energy from an Aries could be an intense. A day with me is intense. It really is. My husband's a Leo. And I be calling him an a-hole all the time. Sometimes we're not the nicest people, Aries. And there's some people when I was younger that I was never planning to be with, but I was with for a short period of time, and that was it. And this is how Aries runs. It doesn't mean we're bad people, it just means we're usually the first ones to do promiscuous things the majority of the time. So keep that in mind, and I'm sure y'all have your father's an Aries, so you already know. Oh yeah, us Aries, we get angry. That's it. That's why it's a fire sign. Leos are like that too, but Aries are just the ones that are more straightforward and promiscuous at times, and they're hard to get with. Hard. But once you get with an Aries and it's a situation where they feel comfortable, they could be your best friends and they can be the best parents. because they're strong. Aries are strong, real strong, and stubborn, very stubborn. So, I think you might get along with her. You never know. And I wish you the best of luck. I really do, and I do appreciate you supporting my page and liking the readings. Because I know there's 1,000 of tarot card readers. They come to my stream all the time, and sometimes they are crazy. Some of them, and then they get mad because I tell them sometimes people are wrong. But what can you do? I'm trying to get this here and more this wing down here. Alright, I'm going to do this wing this way. Sometimes these wings are tricky. We'll see how this little guy turns out today. At least it's a dove and not a Lucifer or something today. All the troubles I've been going through, I don't know. I needed something that represented peace today, at least. And doves are kind of hard, but I'm finally getting where I could sketch them, and I'm so excited about it also, because it is exciting, because I've been practicing. And I have, because here on YouTube you have to be doing something, and I try to be doing things. I do. I try to do fun things, and pretty soon I will be taking my grandson to the park, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited about bringing him to the park and me and him hanging out with Chong. And I got permission, which is even better. Alright, before I position this head, I'm going to do this. Alright, I don't know. This wing's kind of turning out crappy, but we'll see if I can do a Hail Mary on this one. I do like that football analogy of Hail Mary. I don't know why, I just do. I'm just weird like that. Alright, I'm just gonna do that for a foot and print. And this one kind of curls over this way. It's this way. That's how this artist got that. Okay. Sometimes I'm not the best with feet. Feet and head positioning is really hard. It really is. Crazy. Oh, I don't got anybody right now, but I'm getting all this together here. I need my eraser now. Alright. I'm gonna see, folks, this whoever watches this, after I am gonna be uploading some shorts and stuff, but whoever watches this after, you could see the whole messing up process. And this is why I like to pencil out everything first. I'm gonna draw on these veins. And I think I have these too fat is where the problem is here. So this here, I gotta bring this in like this. Alright, now this comes down this way. That's what I needed to do, is centralize some of this stuff. There you go. See, I could draw it, but sometimes, especially with birds, you kind of got to know kind of these little tricks of getting the wings nice. And I put it a little heavy on that. Alright. There's a little, that's why it's looking so off. And then right in here, there's this. It's connecting. Sometimes these little things, they're connector things. Like this in here. Where like you do a little like hub thing. It connects things. There's a whole lot of erasing on this. Sometimes these doves are like that. It's a good challenge to give yourself as an artist. It really is. Alright, I guess we're gonna say this is more of a decal. I mean, I do have to practice it just a little more, these doves. I do like doves. I like them because they represent peace. Alright, now from there, I gotta have that head a lot bigger. Yeah, but your decals, you gotta make sure that it's kind of almost like cooking, drawing. You gotta make sure everything's proportionate out on every side. That's like probably the most easiest way of describing art. I like to compare things to other things. Sometimes I feel it's not the worst practice in the world to do. Alright. Alright, now this has to come out way bigger. There you go. Now we're gonna do this. Alright, I don't know why I had to put such a small beak. Half of my problem because I've been like studying and different, how to sketch and do all this different artsy stuff. A lot of the problem when you try to do a professional style anything is portioning it out. Portions could be very hard. Okay, now this, I didn't have a curvy line here. Sometimes it's good, even if you're freestyling and you're learning, just to watch how they kind of like somebody that's done it for a long time. You just go on Google for these images, and if you want to, just so you can, like, when you're drawing it out, if you think you're missing something, usually it's just like when you study English. It really is. When you like first study English and learn the alphabet, that's what a basic like lines are put out there for. You got to learn the lines. That's why a lot of people go to art school and stuff, because you're learning the ABCs of sketching and getting your lines where they need to be. Because you're not going to know how to do these things otherwise. I mean, it is what it is. It truly is like that. But I got this so far now, doing my ABCs. And I'm just doing these really nice, the shading, nobody can show you shade. I mean, this is just something you got to get a feel for. Everyone has their own shading techniques, I've noticed. And you kind of like, I'm not shading this at all like this artist is, but and I enlarged the head a little. I just kind of, I cannot afford art school, and I'm not ashamed to say I cannot afford art school because I'm not rich, and it's okay that I'm not rich. I'm okay with not being rich, honestly. But you can learn these tools from YouTube. YouTube's a huge contributor to where people that don't have a lot of money can learn stuff. My God, if you're in college, they got college courses over here. I still watch them on occasion. I do. I love them. They have where you could go to Harvard, Yale, all these places. And you go on their website and man, get the popcorn out and you could pretend that you're at Harvard. And if you wanted to, you could take notes. I mean, I'm sure that a lot of the lectures for people that are in these kind of programs, they probably do that anyways, honestly. But shading is so important, folks. I can't stress enough how important it is. So, see, on this one, they have a lot of inner lines. So, the inner lines, I'm not going to do so much. I just feel like it would be too much with this drawing, try to do the inner lines and inner veins and stuff. I just kind of wanted to make sure that I kind of had my proportions out right. So I'm going to shade in these areas. I do like a lot of just random shading to try to make it look nice. And you make it your own after this. You really do. Alright. And then here, we're gonna shade in this here. I do these shades where it's real bold on the sides, and then I do real light shading in the middle. I'm gonna do that here. I think it makes it look pretty. Because I feel shading just gives it a life. And before you get your pastels and everything involved, you can kind of gauge your colors. And a lot of times when you start your pastels, that's when all this happens because a lot of the colors stay. I'm making a darker beak also. And this is what you do. You just kind of figure out how you want this done and execute it the way you do. Like you want it done. Because this is your painting. That's something that you looked up. Once you know the ABCs of how to do it, it's just like writing. Everyone knows how to write. You have to learn English, and after that, if you want to write a book, you write a book. But you have to know the basics. All right, these wings, I'm gonna do light shading on the inside. I mean, you can make something really beautiful all on its own in this way. I'm gonna do light shading in here also. Light shading is so important. because it really makes things stand out nice. And I like to do it in different ways. And you'll experiment with this when you get your thing, because I shade the way people are going to view kind of what I'm doing. So, and then here, I'm going to make these darker also. There. Alright, I wanna. This looks nothing like the dove I looked at, but that's okay. I didn't want it to, anyways. I just wanted to make sure I had my shading where I wanted to. And I sometimes do my dark shading around here, especially the piece that I want to do. I really want to get the sides where they're more pronounced and nice. That's how I like to do my shading. But just practice with your shading, because shading is so nice and important at times. It really is. Yeah, I just bring this, and it's pretty much it's crazy, but the pastels blend in with the pencil. They really do. It's a happy copacetic relationship, pencil and pastels. Seeing I brought out that there, because I'm getting the pastels involved. And when I get the pastels involved, I want this really to stand out. And the way I want people to perceive the sketch is kind of how I get it all together with the shading. Like I'm shading to the side here because you're going to be looking to the side at this stuff. And that's pretty much there is. And even though it seems random, it's not. Like these are going to be straight across because I know people are looking vertical here. Alright. Here we go. We're coming to a halt somewhere here. And then I'm going to still get my pastels out because you guys know I love these damn pastels. Sometimes they're my best friend. Because I do enjoy the pastels. I mean, I do like painting also, so I'm just going to do a pastel with this one now. Alright. Okay, we got that so far. And I'm going to go ahead and get my pastels out. Oh. As I feel the pastels are pretty. I really do. Because why stop there when you're a sketch artist? I mean, seriously. You could do so much with a nice sketch, especially if you're a sketch. Oh, I'm doing tarot cards for the new person watching. They're here. I'm just doing this I'm not a big streamer here. I have under 1,000 subscriptions, so I just kind of do my artwork waiting for people. That's why it's a little different of a stream. But I'm using hard pastels. These are master pastels. I'm just doing the hard ones, the chalky ones. I like to call the hard pastels, but they're chalky. Alright, now I wanna do blue. I think blue would be pretty. Blue is a calming color. They have it a lot. Blue and green, I think it is. They say in prisons and stuff, they make the colors blue because it's supposed to like be good for your mood and be happy. And I do this in a circular motion. Circular. Put your question in if you want me to. I could stop. I promise you I could stop. I do this for my anxiety sketches. But I just take this and swirl it around, and then you just take your finger. But yeah, I could take a break and stop. As soon as your question goes in, that's what I'll be doing, my friend. I have no problem with it. It helps me open up my chakras, as they say over here on YouTube. And it helps me relax, and it helps me calm my mind. And I actually do better readings while I'm sketching, laugh out loud. I really do. I don't know why. It just is what it is. But I feel blue sometimes when you're doing certain pieces. It makes it like a nice calm color, especially if it's something peaceful like a dove or something. And I like this because doing this method, rubbing it in, and see how that's turning out nice. And all I'm doing is this and swirling it around the edge. And then I have white that I'm going to get out in a minute too. I just do this for the background because I like the contrast. I like it to look like a portrait. And this is a portrait method. It really is. Okay. This, I'm just swirling around in a circle. It's like my patients from work that were artists taught me this. They always teach me little things, and I listen because when you're dying and stuff, you don't want to just focus on your sickness. Sometimes you want to, and if you're an artist, you want to think about art. You don't want to think about if you have cancer and this and that. I mean, who does? You know you're dying. You want to enjoy the last little times you have, and most artists like to pass on their secrets. I've been practicing this for God, I've been on this channel 2 years. 2 years I've been practicing. And I just got good enough, where I was halfway decent where I could start while I'm doing other stuff. I'm just going to rub in the sides of this. See how this kind of rubs everywhere? And I just got small poster board from the dollar store. That's it. I didn't even get anything expensive. Until I actually get a little better, I do have canvases, but I'm not even going to mess with that until I get a little better. But this is portrait, and some artists, this is what they like to do. And they don't do the other. Some people just do pastels, believe it or not. I think it's some crazy talk, but they do. And this is what happens in the world, so I don't question things. And I need to get my white pastels. I want to smudge this. And I got everything everywhere. But I buy these. These are the softer pastels, and they're good for blending. And I got a bunch of black ones too. And you don't need them a lot, but it's just doves are white. So here we go. Let me get this together here. And I keep it in the package because they're so hard. So hard to sometimes. You lose them. I'm going to use this hand with doing the bird. Reminds me of that song, Bird, 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 Bird's the word. One of those days, friends. One of those days. But I'm just putting a lot of these pastels in. And I'm rubbing these. It looks like I don't really have color, but I'm using the pencil as some of my color. Same thing. I like to go in a circle. Go in a circle with this. There you go. And it does make a difference, the white pastels on here. Oh, does it make a difference? Don't think it doesn't. Because it sure does. Rub it over here because it makes it more vibrant and pretty. And you really don't need paints. With my second teacher that passed away, God rest her soul. Thank you, Sharon, for showing me such beautiful work. But yeah, Sharon always told me that she was a famous sketch artist and she would make people's murals. And she did not use paint, she used pastels. And they're not, I mean, there's a little bit of investment. Sometimes you got to take, like, save up if you have to, little money, go look on Amazon or something, see if you can get a good sale on it. But if you go do all that, and these I think were only like $6, and I keep them in here because you only need to rub a little bit of it every once in a while. It's not an everyday thing. It's not every bit. You're not going to be doing things that are always white. So, oh, we got our dove. It is very pretty. I think it's pretty. I mean, it turned out to be a nice little decal. It's peaceful. And I am going to start closing up because I finished this. So if you're waiting on a reading, go ahead and put it down. Because I'm going to be coming back from Chong's dog walk and coming and sketching again and show you how to sketch. And if you missed anything and you really thought this was good, when the stream's released, I'll go ahead and you'll see step by step how I did it, which anybody could do this as long as you practice any kind of sketching. And I started with a basic sketch and just pastels. So it's the easiest thing to do. If you people doodle all the time. Every day people are going around and doodling, so you might as well doodle and try to get somewhere with it. Well, and people like this. I give these out for presents all the time. I don't go buying people stuff. I make people stuff. When I come back, I'm probably going to do a sketching and a candle today. So I love making candles. Oh my God, do I love making candles. They're one of my favorite things to do, candles. And then I've been researching about all of this clay making on YouTube. Have been, but these people that can make cups are the GOAT. So, oh hi. Alright, I'm gonna call you Sign. I don't know how to pronounce that first name. Can you guide me? Universal guidance. Sure. You just want a general reading then? I'm taking it. You guys from India are so good at the lingual. See? I felt very peaceful, so I made the dove for you for India. You guys are awesome. I do appreciate all you guys from India. You like it? Yeah, it took me like 2 years of practicing sketching, but I finally got to where I can make a dove. And I'm very happy about it. Dove is, anybody could do it, and any of you guys that think you can't do it, you can. I was only drawing stickmen for about 2 years, for most of my life, and then all these famous artists started appearing, and I work in medical, so I don't focus on the illness. And we don't talk about that. We talk about what they love, and it just happened to be art. Honestly, it just happened to be art. So and then I figured, why not? And it does relax me where it clears my head. I will give I could see why artists, when they're going through a hard time, I've always seen them, oh, I'm going to go painting or go this. I can see why. At the end of the day, you feel good. You really do. And it really kind of makes all of your problems you thought was bad very small. And you literally see the bigger picture. But your general reading, my friend, is in a new moon in Sagittarius. And this is good. This means there's luck coming. Some kind of luck that you've been waiting for is coming. I'm not sure on what sector. I think it's I think it's money and romance. I really do. I think it's both. And I feel you're kind of already sort of with somebody. So it could be it's a stronger, I feel this is a stronger bond with someone that you already know. So that's good. And then you got a new moon in Aries, which is good. And this just talks about taking action and everything already in place. You just have to go ahead and grab it. Then you got a full moon. And this just means give all your worries to the moon. And it's like a don't worry card. You know, I know a couple witches and they tell me they give all their troubles to the moon. So you could give all your troubles to the moon or just let it go. Just like on the Disney movie. Let it go, let it go. But yeah, I see on all the sectors everything's going to strengthen and there's going to be some good karma coming your way because you do enough good things, it comes back. Oh, you're welcome. And thank you for coming in the stream. I really appreciate it because there's so many live streamers, so many over here. It's crazy the amount of live streamers, and they have so many subscriptions. And you could have chose anybody, but thank you for choosing me. I feel privileged because I am a small fish in a huge ocean. And I haven't got eaten by a shark yet. This is how I perceive YouTube. And I'm great, and I feel that everybody should be grateful for everything they are blessed with. And when you're ungrateful, that's when things start getting taken away from you. So I am very grateful for you, and I'm very grateful you found me. From what I hear, that sometimes some people don't get found, and they just sit there with no subscribers forever. But I do this because I like to do it. I never got anybody that watched me. I just come here and do my thing and do my sketching. And I like to do the readings. And I'm glad you guys like my readings, honestly. I'm gonna go take Mr. Chong for a walk and I'm gonna come back and I'm in a sketching mood today. I'm gonna make a candle or two and do a sketch. I don't know, I might live stream some of my dog walk while I'm out. I'll probably I might do that on my mobile. So, and I will be doing on my mobile stream, and that's when I have my grandkid with me. But he's autistic like me, so he's very quiet and he's fun, and he really likes arts and crafts. And I actually got a message. Oh, Brandon. What the hell? Oh, look at that. Oh, it said Sally Haynes. Boyd Uterino. Oh, that must be my father's. Seriously? Huh. People always sending me things. Oh, you're welcome. And I'll be back. And you guys have a great day. And I thank you for all your support and everything. And I will be back today. I'm gonna be doing a couple streams. So I will see you guys in a little bit.